Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about reasons that you might not be getting hired that have literally nothing to do with you or your resume. As someone who's been both a job seeker as well as an interviewer, I feel like I have some pretty good insights into the behind the scenes of the hiring process. And these are things I wish I had known when I first started applying to different jobs as potential reasons why I wasn't getting hired or not even hearing back from recruiters or job postings. So if you're curious about 4 reasons that you might not be getting hired that are not related to your resume at all, then keep watching. So the first reason that you might not be getting hired that literally has nothing to do with you or your resume is that by the time you've applied to the job, there are other people that are a lot farther along in the interview process that may already be in the offer stage. And the recruiter just hasn't officially taken the job listing down from either LinkedIn or Indeed because they're just waiting for the person to accept the offer. And then as soon as they accept, they'll take down the job posting. So it really is just about timing. Like I said, there could be candidates that have been in this process for that specific job for, weeks or months at a time, nearing the end by the time you find that posting and you've applied. So recruiters might just not be responding to new candidates or really taking the time to vet them. So the second reason that you might not be getting hired that has literally nothing to do with you or your resume is that by the time the company has posted the job listing, someone internally at that company has already applied for that job and may have already been accepted. They may have applied for the job and again are kind of in that process of getting accepted and hired for that role. Just the transition between their former role in the company and their new role in the company hasn't been formalized, and so that job listing hasn't been taken down yet. And the recruiter just might not get around to responding to you or even just rejecting your resume. So the third reason that you might not be getting hired that again has nothing to do with you or your resume is that the company has ended up canceling that role because of budget or due to a different direction that the company is going with that team. Maybe in one quarter they had the budget for that specific role and the next quarter they found out they don't actually have the budget for that role, so they end up canceling it, but you might still see that job listing available on, Indeed, LinkedIn, any sort of job board. It is a lot on the recruiter to really manage their postings, to be able to take time to respond to everyone. So it might just be a delayed removal of the posting. And lastly, this one actually happened to me. It's that maybe the recruiter that you're talking to has gotten let go. I remember a recruiter had added me on LinkedIn. We had been chatting and I was kind of in the pipeline for a role many years ago. And all of a sudden I just got ghosted and I was so confused why. And then 2 weeks later, I saw that the recruiter had a new job at a new company and I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. So, things happen and sometimes there's not really a clear-cut process when a recruiter gets let go to kind of offload all of their existing clients or people they're interviewing onto the people who weren't let go. So sometimes your name or your application can kind of get lost in that shuffle. All this to say, even though I know it is tiring and it does take time to apply and go through the interview process, it's definitely worth it. It is a number and a timing game. So if you keep at it and continue to network, make connections, improve your resume, you're going to find the perfect role for you. And if you're looking for more teacher to instructional design resources, I'll link my Gumroad down below. I have an ID onboarding checklist. I have a list of mistakes to avoid in your resume. I have a list of portfolio project ideas if you're interested in that, as well as my Create Your Online Course ebook. Again, all those to help you land your first role as an instructional designer. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.